My name's April Lane. I live in Greenbrier, Arkansas. This is Sam Lane, my husband. We're with Arkansas Fracking. We got brought into this issue about 2 years ago with the injection wells and the spurs of earthquakes in the area. That snowballed into us finding out many other effects that natural gas drilling operations are having in our town. From there, we started seeking out different agencies, different legislators, landowners, lease owners, industry workers. We got to a point where we were meeting brick wall after brick wall with our local agencies and local city officials, county officials, and state government officials. So we are in the midst of many different projects, one being the Bucket Brigade, one being the documentary, and we also have a website with PowerPoints that we've put up over the course of the last year.
That's something also that we noticed in the beginning that was really alarming is all the conflicts of interest with our state agencies, our county judges, quorum courts, legislators. You know, a majority of our oil and gas commissioners own oil and gas companies here in the state, so you literally have the industry policing itself. So that created an urgency for a reason to get involved. You know, when we saw the problems, the first place we turned was to our state agencies and quickly realized they're not doing their job. They're actually almost going out of their way to make things easier for the industry. They don't want to upset the industry. There's always the rhetoric of, you know, if we make things too hard on them, they're going to pack up and leave and take all their jobs and money with them. That's always the threat. So we just decided to focus on community awareness. You know, we're working to get better regulations. We're working to do air testing, like you mentioned, stuff like that. But I think our main goal when we first started was just public awareness. You know, we realized that if we could pass on the information that we know to as many people as possible, you know, the problem will kind of take care of itself. Once the public is involved and the majority of the public really sees these problems, they'll start to put the pressure on their state agencies and their local legislators and local government bodies to try to get something fixed. So that's kind of our goal.
Yep. And then Sam, can you talk about how you just ran for office?
Yes, you know, I decided, you know, it's much easier to probably influence those legislators, actually being one of them, as opposed to just kind of standing on the outside looking in. During the last general session, there were some bills that were sponsored to try to get some new regulations for the industry, and that seemed to be where a lot of the legislators were coming from, is that they assumed that state agencies already had the authority. All of these regulations that were sponsored could already be handled through state agency regulation as opposed to the legislator getting involved. So they kind of passed the buck off to these agencies who had actually already shown that they weren't taking care of these problems, and that's why these bills were sponsored. So we have a huge problem with every single legislator that has territory within the Fayetteville Shale area has joined a shale caucus, which is basically just a caucus of the legislators that's there basically to protect the industry from new regulation. And they've been pretty successful. We've had very little luck passing anything through the legislature. So I wanted to get involved. It didn't work out this time, but there may be another run in the future. And between now and then, we'll definitely keep on what we're doing. We'll still be working with the legislature. We've made a lot of good contacts through that. So we definitely plan to be highly involved in this upcoming general session to try to get some more bills passed.